Thank you. Now over to you, Jasmeet ma'am.
Thank you so much, Aditi ma'am. Thank you. We achieved it. Good. Hello everyone. How are you? Good. You can unmute yourself if you want to talk, because today we have equal time for talking and equal time for practicing.
Perfect.
Right? Great. How did you like the quick express workout that we taught you today?
Very
Do you
nice.
think you can manage that every day whenever you're not there for the class? Or even हम लोग तो मॉर्निंग में मिलते हैं, शाम में आप लोग कर सकते हैं. Same workout you can do. I have 2 cameras on, so don't mind me seeing sometimes here and sometimes there. Right? Great. So this workout comes handy. This should be done whether you are in office, whether you are in a high stress moment in your life, in the whole day. You can do this workout anytime. But what I wanted to do today was to share a small presentation that I generally do with anybody we start our classes with, which I didn't get a chance to do with you.
Just put on this light.
But I wanted to do it now. All right. So now can I request everybody to mute themselves and we'll talk through the chat box if needed. Okay? Great. Can everybody see the screen now?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
All right. So why are we talking today? Because I want to take you for a vacation. Okay. I know it's lockdown, no flights, and even it's very costly right now to travel a vacation. So better we take a wellness vacation inside, within, you know. So this is something which is very, very important for my understanding of living and existence. And I always feel that we should have more opportunities to share what wellness can bring in life, right? And I am today here just to make you a good tourist, right? So let's just talk about it. Now, wellness, what is wellness? Whenever we talk about wellness, everybody talks about wellness, health, fitness, but nobody's trying to tell us how can we actively be involved into it. You know, we tell if I am a ex-instructor, I would keep promoting that format because that's what is close to me. But that may not bring you wellness, because wellness is a 360-degree product, right? So wellness is an active process. It's a very active, it's a very dynamic process. It is an everyday job. It is just like how you breathe is how you work on your wellness. It is about becoming aware of your choices. So we are always given a choice. Right now, your choice was this morning to get up or to sleep, to make it on time or to be late, to hold on your body every morning to do something like this, or just say, okay, I don't get the time to sleep, so I will sleep, you know, in the morning because 7 is too early. So these kind of active choices make your personality and makes your wellness personality, the kind of choices you make each day. It is about healthy and fulfilling life. Again, this is a very, it's a jargon that we use, healthy and fulfilling life. But how will that happen? It will only happen when your choices each time you make is honoring your body, right? So let's understand, isn't this exactly how we plan our vacation? We go once or twice or thrice in a year. We have actively involved in choosing the place we want to go, why we want to go, are we going with the family, how many days we're going to go for. Super. So let's plan a vacation. We are back. We are on the road. We are on the journey. Let's go to the vacation. Okay. Very important. Whenever you go to the vacation, you must pack well. Else the vacation becomes a trouble, because if you forget your toothpaste, going to a new country, finding your toothpaste and your brush can be a problem, right? So always plan your bag, the one you're going to carry in your life, or whether you're carrying it on your vacation. I know you know how to pack this side. The left side of the screen, I know you are very good in packing. You can always put the stuff you know that you would need on a vacation. But when I talk about pack for wellness, there's a different understanding, right? So there's a 360-degree understanding that whenever I commit myself to a vacation to wellness, I need to think on 4 levels concrete. My heart, where is my heart? Is it in my wellness program, or I'm forced into it? Is it that I value the relationship that I have with myself, the emotions I go through? Because I always talk about I first. People do talk about the ego part, but I say there's nothing wrong in being selfish, not egoistic. If you're selfish, selfish is a good word. You are fishing inside the self. If you don't fish inside, how will you fish for others? So it's very, very good to be selfish. So be selfish, understand where your heart is. Go according to your understanding where your flow of emotion is going, and just see how you excel in making those choices. Second, soul, spirituality, rest and play. Spirituality is not a serious game. I could never do meditation sitting. It's my limitation, you may say, or it's not my make to sit and close my eyes and do meditation. For me, meditation would be dancing for 30 minutes or 20 minutes, crazy. And then coming to a 0 point of thought, where I just go on a couch and I cannot think of anything. I just surrender. So we have to understand where our soul works, at what level our soul works. One thing will not work for everyone. If I pack best of shoes, expensive purses, every day wearing a new belt for men, or for females wearing jewelry every day on a vacation, that bag may not suit everybody. Maybe I like to dress up like that on a vacation. Somebody else just wants to be in the flip-flops and just be in the pajamas during a vacation. So we need to pack according to our soul make, right? The third important thing is to have strength for your plans. Have strength for your vacation. Really tell me how many of you plan solo trips? Please put it on the chat box. How many of you plan your solo trips? Let's be very, very quick, okay? So that we can make most of this today. Write it on the chat box, people who plan. I got 13, very good. All right. No, okay, that's majority. I thought I got 14 replies and it's going to make so much fun now to talk. Okay, never till now planning post-retirement. Sir, who knows post-retirement? Once. Okay, I haven't. Dr. Dish, once. Okay, guy. So trust me, we are missing out something huge. Until you don't learn how to be alone and having fun in an alien place, you have yet not witnessed what a vacation can be all about. I started solo traveling in 2011, which was by chance. It was by chance. I didn't plan it. My first solo trip happened in 2011, in very starting of my dance fitness career. And when I went, I just saw a different just wanting to jump out of my body. It was a lifetime changing experience for me. When you don't have to ask somebody, would you like to eat now? Let's go and sleep. Okay, we don't want to go to this museum. Let's not go to the zoo. You don't have to manage anybody. You just have to manage yourself. You want to sleep at 4 o'clock on a vacation? Do it. That is what indulgence is. That is where you start honoring yourself. I remember I was so scared of water all my life. I was so phobic. But on my first solo trip, I was in Thailand. And I used to try to go near the beach in the water as much as I could. Nobody was motivating me. Nobody was telling just go and try. But the soul was so free at that point of time that I wanted to try things that I was always fearful of. So always pack yourself out of fear, out of love for yourself, not out of fear. And that strength comes from the understanding of your body. You automatically understand that agar ye wali ungli mein dard hoga, if you have a pain happening around this finger, you will start respecting this finger a lot, because now your attention starts going there. Until it didn't tell you it was significant, we never thought a finger could be that important. So when the strength is challenged, importance actually comes in, and it becomes a lifelong strength for you. So the fourth aspect that I want you to pack for is your mind. So wherever you plan your wellness, whether you plan it for your vacation, the short-term vacation or the wellness vacation, you need not keep things open. Vacation means isolating, right? So when you go for a vacation, you plan your work. If you go to a school or a college, you plan your days of off. Organizationally, you know that, okay, I'm the boss, I'm leaving the office for 10 days and I'll be back after 10 days and we'll take it up. I'm giving you, delegate responsibility and you move out of your structure. Similarly, every hour, the morning 7 to 8 hour is your wellness vacation. At that time, no mobile should come in, no family members' requirements should come in, because that is the only time you're committing yourself for a vacation in the whole day. Whether it is in the evening, I'm just giving an example. So we need to understand that we don't have to wait for one big vacation in a year to understand that we can be happy and easy. We need to find that vacation hour every single day. Every single day. Okay. So now this was easy, but now I'm going to complicate this for you. How do we work out? There's so many aspects of wellness now. You have the physical part to take care, you have the spiritual part to take care, you have the emotional part, which creates the havoc. Then you have the societal part. And physical cannot work to optimization until nutritional wellness is taken care of. And then comes the intellectual, which makes you not do things or makes you do things. So when you are packing, always make sure your life is in a balanced zone. मैं एक ही चीज को बहुत करूँ. I'm maybe very emotionally be secured. I stop eating. Right. I eat only junk, but I'm emotionally very happy, so-called. Physically, my body will start showing signs. Intellectually, start hampering my head because I want to be lethargic the whole day. I can't think. I can't process thoughts. Every small choice will have an impact on your body. Every little small choice. I want to have water or I want to have black coffee in the morning. A choice. Or I just plan to have a glass of water and then start my day for other things. Choice. So let's go to the next part, which is 7 tips for being a great tourist to life. Now these 7 tips, this is like the overall understanding. Of course, it has many subparts which we will not engage today, but because there's so many new members who have entered this group now. And I wanted to congratulate you that, you know, we are the ones who make every morning worth it. And we look forward to seeing each other, which is a very good emotional growth of security and feeling like a family that we come together every morning. So let's get to the first one. Programming. What is your programming? This is very important. Learn your travel mechanics. On your vacation, you need to know where are you going, what is your reason of going to a particular place. If I want to go to Greece, why Greece is coming to my head again and again. Or if I want to go to Kerala, why is backwaters calling me? Do I feel good with a water body? Or do I feel good with mountain setup? First, understand yourself. Because if you don't understand, you go to a desert, you don't understand that how you feel in a particular place. You plan so much for that vacation, yet you can't be happy. I went to Egypt and I had all these fantasies in my head because in my history book, there were pharaohs and they were like these Egyptian kings and, you know, that face, the kind of jewelry they used to wear. So I went as a 7th class student of my history book to Greece, to Egypt from Dubai. And when I went out there, it was a trauma for me because I didn't research well. The country went through a recession recently and I was there. I'm talking about 5-6 years back. So if your body is recessing and you plan the finest things of your life, you may attract wrong stuff. So understand your body, because your body is attracting every little situation in your life. If I stay happy, we call this line very conveniently, your vibe attracts your tribe. Today we are a tribe of say 100 plus people who are attracting each other every morning to come and practice. This is a collective consciousness. If we don't understand our life situation, maybe my problem is not to do a workout. My problem is just to wake up on time. And I join a yoga class. I come on a yoga vacation. Let's talk like that. I come on a yoga vacation every morning, thinking that whatever the trainer is doing, I have to do it. I will stop enjoying my vacation to yoga. Because your make was just asking you to achieve waking up on time for yoga, not being perfect at yoga. So please understand that our life situations are not same. All we 100 plus people don't need the same thing from the same hour of this class. I know this one of my clients, she says, I want to do a class just to be more receptive to hearing. I have stopped hearing. I talk so much. I'm in a position that I just command people and things should happen. So I have lost contact to how it feels to hear. So in this 1 hour class, I'm not allowed to talk. I love to hear. So her intent of coming to a yoga class is far, far different. But then one day she starts thinking the pace is too fast, or I don't understand the yogi, the asana and stuff. Then she's going to lose her purpose. Her purpose was defined before she came to the class. And that's what I want you all to do for yourself. Identify why are you here for this 1 hour. Make short-term goals. I'm going to come up to that more. Even some of you would have injuries, have body limitations. So please address to those body limitations and understand that you are not here as a 35-year-old or a 40-year-old. Maybe you are coming at 70, or even at 70, you can be far better than a 35-year-old. So give yourself that range to work. Jisse jitna hota hai. We don't have a stick in our hand and we're saying, do this way. We are just coming, we are facilitators, we are not even teachers. You have something, we have something, we just share every morning. You choose us to learn from us, we choose to give it to you and learn from you. And that's why this whole energy is going on and on and on. So please understand that whenever you have a problem, maybe it is because of the pace of the class or the technicality of the asanas or whatever, please identify that you've just started and the journey needs you to go ahead. पहले दिन में ही सीख लिया तो क्या सीखा? रोज आके एक ही चीज सीखी तो कुछ सीखा. I type every day doesn't say that I'm good in typing. But over a period of time, when I keep typing, I automatically become good at typing. And that's the magic of a practice. So let's get to the second one. I hope you understand looking at this. Don't overpack yourself or you will tumble down. Never overpack yourself. So when I say don't overpack, I mean, don't overpack yourself with the ideas or perceptions of how I should be feeling. So I'm going to get everything to your yoga class, okay? Because I am here with the yoga class and this is our tool of communication every day. So when I talk about ideas, my yoga practice should look like this. Or I'm responsible to be the best. Or let's take the ideology that, you know, like we experienced something very beautiful over a few days. I think in last 2-3 days, we've been talking about yoga and asanas and globally understanding of it. And I think each one of you contributed so beautifully in making that understanding happen. And everybody in the group was learning. My only suggestion is don't obsess over an ideology. जितना limited हमें पता है, शायद हमें आज लग रहा है कि हमें वो पूरा पता है. We should always facilitate learnings. We should always share. I being a Sardar, may not believe in Sikhism and may believe in Sufism. But that is personal to me. We all are personal. I can call my dad Papa. I can call him Dad. I can call him Pa. It's my choice. But I will share that any person who is your father can be called by these names. Now choose yours. And that is the openness that we need when we are practicing yoga. Don't fix yourself with the predefined understandings. If Michael Jackson didn't trust himself to evolve, we could have never got Michael Jackson's style of dancing. So dance your own way. You may do a yoga thing and you feel that my hand doesn't feel strong here, but if I put my hand and I do this, I get a better stretch. Please do it. Now you are becoming wise with your body. Now you're not dependent only on the facilitator. Facilitator is doing it like this, but now you have started understanding the mechanics of your body, so you have started going further. Excellent. So don't overpack yourselves with food, emotions, fantasies, thoughts, material gains. Anything in excess is a bad journey. If I have 3 idlis, I love them. Give me 6, I hate them. Because you're getting the marginal utility of the idli off you. It is diminishing. So don't let your emotions diminish to that level. If you love somebody, let the freeness be there. Observe love rather than be at love. Because being at love is short term. Observing being in love is long term because you're learning every day. Okay, so let's get to the third part of being a tourist. Assess your type. Always assess your type. What is your type? Are you the fun-loving, jovial person who just wants to come in the morning and communicate to, let's say, 100 plus people on a platform and always have this mission of just saying, good morning. I know one person here who does that. And I love it. Special compliments to Dr. Giri. I know this as a matter of fact. As soon as I say good morning, he would make that special effort of unmuting, like good morning. That's his type. And then I would say, okay, I've remembered Mr. Dr. Bindra. He would always sit wherever he is and make that beautiful connection with his folded arms. And he'll say, though I can't hear him, but always I will see good morning. These moments connect us. And then there are few who will not choose to switch on their cameras. So we feel scared because we don't know who we are teaching. Who are we facilitating? So it's okay. I'm not saying switch on your camera. If that's your comfort zone, if you feel you are in public eye the whole day and you want to be isolated, it's an excellent choice. But then enjoy and relish and celebrate that choice. Because your type defines your choices. Now, your USP is important. Now, maybe my USP is just doing weight training. Because I get that pump, I get the high. On the other side, you say, oh, just loves, what do you love? I say, I love cardio. The third one says, I can't do all of this. I love walking. That is my way of workout. Somebody will say, I have stairs. I stay on first floor. Doing up and down is my workout. You see the kind of choices we make. We all humans. We have 100 plus humans coming together, but we all have different choices. Understand your type and see what you can gain from this 1 hour. Maybe the whole class is not meant for you. But you go through the whole class to take that one thing that you wanted to take. Right? So be reasonable with your existence at any situation. Be reasonable. If it was a private class, you would have seen us in a very different light. We are not that easy what you see us here. If you were on a private class, we would have stretched your arm, taken you back and got your real muscle opened up. But here it is a group class. We can't do that because here we have a 30-year-old, we have a 70-year-old. So we have to make something in between for you, right? All right, let's go to the fourth one, which I've been talking about. Choices. Make your choices. The devil says, come on, sleep. Don't be on time. The angel says, if you're doing it, why not be on time? So these kind of choices you would always have in your life. Just make sure the tougher choice is sometimes the best choice. Or I think most of the times it's the best choice. Because to go into the wrong area is the most convenient route. I'll tell you something very personal. This morning I got up and I had fever on me and I messaged Aditi ma'am, we have a plan, but I have got up with fever and I feel so cold and stuff. And but I'm going to be there at 7:20. So I made an affirmation with her saying, I will be there at 7:20. So I gave my body a signal that I understand you're going through something, but we need to show up. So I had to put certain lipstick today because if I don't put lipstick, sometimes I just feel too sleepy looking at myself on the screen. So I just did that. I had a nice glass of water and I'm sitting in front of you. Frankly, I don't remember I had fever this morning. Now, these are the kind of choices you got to make. The goal was to be here at 7:20, available. I made it happen. So you need to know, why are you here? You need to know, what are you here to achieve? You need to know, when are you going to be achieving that? Is there a timeline you're giving yourself? If you're giving yourself a timeline, I'm with you. I will make sure that you achieve it. Or if you don't want to have a timeline, I'm still there for you not to have a timeline, and just see and observe how your body grows over months. I like the second way. Timelines corrupt us. Until and unless they're not for survival, you should not have excess timelines for yourself. Like I heard it from one of my professors. She said very beautifully, life is not about full stops. It's about how many commas can you put and you can keep going on. I need a Jaguar. What did I do? I put a full stop. Maybe my life could have given me Rolls Royce. But now I'm stuck on Jaguar. So don't be too stuck with your ideas. I think I learned it the hard way, very quick. I would say I feel it's early in my 30s to hear that and learn that. But I had to learn it in a very funny way. Don't obsess over your choices. Then it doesn't become a choice. It becomes obsession. And obsession may be answered. जिस दिन Jaguar आएगी, maybe आपको चलाने की हिम्मत ना हो. Maybe you're not well enough to take the pleasure of that car. So don't obsess over things, right? And the goal is important because it makes you wake up every morning. So don't lose out on your goal. Please don't come to these classes, because if you see behind Aditi ma'am's head, there is a line which says, we move the living. We celebrate life every single day at our work. So please, you need to have a small goal every morning to say, मैं breathless हो जाता हूँ when I do 3 Surya Namaskars. So even if I get breathless, I'm not going to stop and I'm going to do the 4th one. That can be your goal for the day. Every day, just make one goal. Your major goals will be achieved. Let's go to the 5th one. Last 3, explore. Explore. Explore your body, explore your choices, explore how you feel doing different things. Until you don't explore. Okay, you know what is good? Jaggery. Do you all know that? Yes? So jaggery, if I say, how do you feel eating jaggery, a piece of jaggery? If you've never tried it, can you even give me your opinion? You can only give me your opinion if you have tried and you know it is sweet. Don't stop trying. I know so many people who just come on the first class and say, oh my God, ye bahut zyada hai, I can't do this. And the second day they go back to their retreat in their beds. Nobody can motivate you. People can only facilitate you. Motivation comes from self-commitment. I can motivate you short term for a day or two, but if you're not committed to that motivation, you will take it for granted and choose your patterns that you were already in. So always go and explore and be vulnerable. हमेशा सही होना या सही से करना is not important. कभी-कभी muscle stretch होनी भी जरूरी है. You need to feel a funny stretch in your body or a funny cramp in your body while doing an exercise. Because that will tell you that I was not 100% in the moment to take the movement as it was. I did something wrong or something wrong happened and I'm going through this. But now with the same compassion, I'm going to heal this. So the more passionate you are, every choice, whether it is healing, whether it is going, whether it is doing, everything would be driven by love for yourself. Every time there is a problem in your body, oh wow, I had an echo. Okay, cool. All right. So every time there is a problem in your body, doctors, I'm sure you understand this, we must celebrate it. Problem in a body tells us that it's high time. You're not looking at me. It's just like a child in your house, a 2-year-old. He will make all the actions possible to come and tell you, I need attention. Whether he'll cry, he'll shout, he'll do anything to grab your attention. Similarly, our body does because it's a baby. So whenever there is pain, maybe there's pain in your knees or in your ankle or in your lower back or in your shoulders, you need to first celebrate. Thank you so much, body, for giving me this signal so clearly that I'm suffering. I will correct it now. That is called the power of self-talk. Once you start hearing what the body is saying, it's saying it is hurting. Your knees are hurting means you're not receptive at metaphysical level to take the next best moves. You're too stuck to your agenda. Your knees will start giving problems. You have a lot of issues that you don't want to deal and you're dealing. You'll have stiff shoulders, cold shoulder. These are metaphysical areas. When we don't want to understand our bodies, we just like to, go to a doctor. And I know so many doctors. I'm blessed to know so many doctors who have got me to the metaphysical understanding of body as much as medicine. Medicine is equally important as understanding your body because there are chronic times when your mind is not in your control and you need a medicine to heal your body. But that's not the wise thing to do every single day. Halka sa sir dard hua nahi, Ceridon. Come on. We don't even know what is that Ceridon made up of as a general person. As a doctor, you may know it. But anything which is external and giving us relief says we are out of our control and we are taking help of others to bring back that balance. So vulnerability is good, but then being vulnerable and working on it, you need to have self-talk and self-love. Confusion is the key. Please don't be too sorted. If you're not confused, you're not living to 100%. You need to be confused. How can you be so sure about everything? Either you're very intuitive, your 7th chakra is in 100% balance. Congratulations. Then I don't say you're confused. Then you know everything you're doing. But I don't think most of us humans have that kind of understanding over our body that we have achieved a 7th chakra opening. So confusions are good. But don't stay confused. You need to have a plan A and a plan B. I want to go. If I can't get my visa to that country. If not, then I will go here. That will ease your body. If you don't understand that asana, it's okay. At least I'm sitting in an asana here. That ease has to be worked out. Always understand the freedom of being human is a privilege. Don't lose it to people around you, to toxic relations around you, to medicines excessively. Any kind of dependency is lack of freedom to human being. Right? Being means in the present. Anyhow, suppression to transformation. I have another presentation which I'll use. It is amazing how your body connects to suppression and transformation on health level. We'll talk about it later, but it's just an introduction. Let's go to the 6th point. What do you feel looking at them? What do you feel looking at them? Please talk. You can talk. You can talk. What
Happiness.
are they doing?
Happiness.
I have achieved.
They are in the moment. Do you see? Look at their eyes.
Enjoying.
Enjoying. They're in the moment. They are totally into it. And we all are different. So their actions and reactions are different. But they all are enjoying. So indulge on the way.
Enjoying and expressing.
Absolutely, sir. I think most of us are losing expression on everyday level because we are so technologically driven. Imagine if I would never send an emoticon on WhatsApp with a kiss to a random person. But you see, it's so convenient nowadays to send a love with every chat. Love, love. Are we that easy with love?
No.
We are corrupting ourselves with this technology. We have become emotionless. We have started taking people for a grant. And when we are taking them for a grant, first, I mean, we take ourselves for a grant. Anybody come do anything with me and go. Tell me you love me, send me everyday hearts, and the day I meet you, there's no heart. There's no connection. So please understand, you need to indulge on the way, but indulgence is best when it is self-driven. When yourself wants to do something. If I'm on a diet and I want to eat gulab jamun, will I eat with guilt or with celebration? That's a choice. You eat the same gulab jamun with guilt and see the impact on the body, and you eat the same gulab jamun with celebration, joy, happiness, and see the impact on the body. And this is not me. I'm sure you understand how this works with the body. There was this research in Australia when there were 2 groups of 60 people. One group was given Coke the whole day to drink, saying it has been modified as water. And 1 glass of water, which is modified like the worst thing to drink, to see the impact for 60 days on your body. And the other team was given exactly the opposite, saying that you will be drinking water the whole day and you'll drink 1 glass of Coke, which is the worst drink that you can have. And let's see the impact on the body. Frankly, both were given this idea of extremism over 1 glass. So the team which was drinking Coke every day, and that 1 glass was just water, had the same impact of what the other group had, with only deviation of 0.20. So the Coke could not do anything wrong to you because you trained your mind into it. So train your mind to be happy, in a happy zone, in a happy tribe. And be sad. If you're sad, please celebrate sadness. If you're wanting to cry, please celebrate crying. How many of you have, okay, this is important. How many of you have cried in last 1 week? Please use the chat box. अभी रिप्लाई में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा ना, रोने का पूछ लिया मैंने. How many of you cried over last 1 month? Yeah, iPhone, yeah, I like that. I
Not
wish
me.
I had your name. Yeah. Okay. Once. Not even. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, lovely. Not a crime. Yes. So cool. If you say you stay happy, I will come and knock your door and observe you for 24 hours. Show me you can be happy for 24 hours. You are a saint. Nobody can be happy throughout the day, or nobody can be sad throughout the day. You can't be angry throughout the day. If you can be, you are Sant Mahatma. I bow in front of you. So if you can't be in an emotion for 24 hours, why to obsess over that emotion? They're all passing by. They're just passing by. They're just passing by. You see a movie, you feel like crying because we have stopped understanding that our role was to be an audience. We become the character in the movie. The actor lost his mother. We start presuming. Everybody starts presuming, looking at the movie. Oh, yes, when my thing will happen. दूसरे की लाइफ में कुछ हो रहा है, वो अब अपना बिजनेस बना लेते हैं, and you become serious. So try to understand that you're indulging in every emotion. Once you indulge, automatically all your chakras will find their balance. This is the easiest way to find your chakras in balance. If you want to talk, I want to just say something nasty to somebody, I just say it, but in a way that it doesn't put that person to a point that he can never recover. Okay, that consideration you have to always have. In my office, sometimes they do take piece of my mind, and I want to be like over the top saying something. So should I stay quiet because I'm supposed to be the good one in the office, just the happy one? So I should not be shouting. I should just say, "Oh, you did this mistake. Very good." This is not honoring to my mate. So what would I do? I will indulge into that emotion. I'll say, "Listen, now I'm losing my mind. You have to hear why am I losing my mind, and give me what you have from your side." So open a channel for yourself and the person who is troubling you. Don't close yourself and pent up those emotions. Indulge into it. Sometimes indulgence also means ignoring them. That is also indulgence. Bada maza aata hai. Somebody wants to come and trouble you, you totally isolate yourself, knowing that that person wants to do that, so I'm not giving him that power. Right? Okay. So before I go next, I have a quick challenge. Everybody, please stand up. Everybody, please stand up. Stand up. Sit down. Quick. Sit down. Sleep. Get up. Be quick, huh? Let me see how young you are. Get up. Jog. Don't stop. Jog. Everybody, quick. Sit. Sleep. Dr. Hussain, sleep. Good morning. Wake up. Run in your room. Don't stand at one position. Just run. Sit. Up. Relax. Come back. This is the easiest workout you can do in your day. Easiest workout. कोई technicality नहीं चाहिए इसमें, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Just stand, do whatever you want, jump, run, you're done. Right? And the last thing, the whole journey that we're talking about has to come back to the center. The center. To your being. because life is not a serious business. Life is not a serious business. So don't obsess too much with life. This was not given to you. It will not be taken with your grant. You are just a doer. So be the best doer in this life. And try to go back to your make, find your type before you die. And to find your make, you have to maybe do 10,000 things. Please do this. You matter. Thanks for existing. Thanks for being here today. Thank you so much. I wish you good luck. And I wish you strength to do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you
Bye.
again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Unique, memorable day. Unique day for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Just Madam.
Pleasure, ma'am.
Option, the best.
You said something?
The best. One more option. Fourth option. Best. The best.
The best, sir. I said life is the best. जितना लेना है ले लें, जितना मिल रहा है ले लें.
Very happy. God bless.
Thank you, sir.